once more. A warp core breach on this galactic shore. We wait for comms, Latinum's our plea. In this buggy cosmos, we're Starfleet, you see. Star Trek Fleet Commando, the lags are full. Bugs that vanish, then return to show. Compensation chests, they come and go. 7 years of crashes. Still we boldly, so raise your tricorder to the stars. We strive through endless bugs. We keep the fleet alive. 7 years of chaos, yet we'll never fall. From the squared circle to the code of space, MJ head still running the place. Steel chair in one hand, phaser in the other. Dead man walking, but you won't find another. Crew long gone, but the captain remains. Brains in the cargo and fire in the veins. Wrestling moves through the void so black. Body slams comets, never looking back. MJ hack the zombie space captain. Streaming battles where the stars keep happening. Fleet command, zombies and WWE fights. He's your late night hero on galactic nights. Brains and belts, that's a game he plays. MJ hates riding the cosmic waves. Reviewing the matches, breaking them down. Then back to the bridge with the captain's crown. Call of Duty's undead, calling his name. But out here in space, it's all the same game. Warp drives hum while the zombies moan. Every sector knows this ship's his throne. In chat they cheer, in the ring they fear. When MJ Hack's voice comes loud and clear. MJ Hack, the zombie space captain. Streaming battles where the stars keep happening. Fleet command, zombies and WWE fights. He's your late night hero on galactic nights. Brains and belts, that's a game he plays. MJ Hack's riding the cosmic waves. Yeah! 1, 2, 3, the final bell. MJ Hack sending foes to hell, but hell's in space and space is cold. And the undead captain is bold, so bold. MJ Hack, the zombie space captain. Streaming battles where the stars keep happening. Fleet command, zombies and WWE fights. He's your late night hero on galactic nights. Brains and belts, that's a game he plays. MJ Hack's riding the cosmic waves. What? Yeah. MJ Hack from the ring to the stars. The undead captain sails again.
I logged in again, full of hope and dread. Server lag hits like a photon to the head. My ship's stuck in warp, my crew's gone rogue, and the bug report's buried under code. Armada's glitch, rewards don't drop. The leaderboard froze at the very top. I tap and I tap, but nothing responds. It's like the devs beamed out and moved on. We send tickets, we beg and plead, but all we get is thanks we'll read. The galaxy's cracked and we're losing grip, but we still grind, we're in too deep. Oh, stfc, you break my heart. Every patch just tears it apart. You say fixes coming, but they never do. sparks that vanish, not just delay. But until that day, we'll raise our voice in laggy space. We've made our choice. Oh, stfc, you break my heart, but we've made this mess a work of art. You say fix is coming, but we know the drill. We'll be here grinding against our will. Oh, stfc, we still play on, even when everything's gone wrong. We're captains of chaos, flying blind in a game that's left us near. So here's to the broken, the bugged, the betrayed, to the players who stay though the games decay. We're still out here, stars in our eyes, waiting for fixes and watching them die.
I'm telling you, every time I hear that song, absolutely every time I hear that song, I cannot help it. I love it. Jeff Games TTV, banger, freaking banger. Welcome in, guys. If you don't know who I am MJ Hat, and you're in the Doobie Den. So how is everybody today? I've seen some people. I've seen Barkman and Lord and Darktree. Who all's here? Because I know there's a bunch of you. Let me pin this. What's up, Lord? I love that emote, man. Lost In's a genius. Title, artist. Let me pin this at the top, because I know if I don't, people think I'm not running the, the song requests, but I always run the song requests, unless I'm streaming with somebody. So, JP, welcome in. Good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Guys, the stage, as usual, is always open. You guys can come on up, and if you want to raise your hand, I'll be more than happy to bring people up to speak. If you don't know how to get to the stage, it's in the Doobie Den, ! Discord. That'll get you right there. I'm running a little bit behind today, so let me get these song requests going. Barkman started us off, so boom. Oh, I don't know if that's muted or not. Oh, I'm sorry, JP. Oh, Mr. JP gave you the flu. That is awful. That is awful. I'm to be honest, I'm thankful that I'm feeling okay, but most of the time I don't know. I've been doing better than I have been with getting sick, especially seeing as how I walk to work in the cold normally, or somebody picks me up. To be fair, we got a scooter, but it doesn't really do the work. So let's see. Is that coming through? Yeah, it is. All right, so we're good. Let's I've already kind of been poking around. I have not finished my pulls yet, but we're getting there. Let me start this and get my helps. Guys, what's been going on? What are we thinking about this new arc, this part 2 of the DS9 arc? Yeah, that's it, Markman. You got it. 100% toxic, ain't it? Oh, hey, what's going on, Siggy? Welcome in, guys. Siggy's on the stage. Everybody say hello. How are you today, my friend?
Good, thank you. Got some progress to show on my bubble account.
Okay. All right. Oh, you guys are so sweet to each other with the toxicness. Actually, to be honest, was everybody around last night for the Children's Angel Fund? Because $80,000 is no small achievement. Yes, Floyd. Oh, too late. Hello, C. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, $80,000 though. That's quite an achievable achievement, and you guys did that. So, wow, dude, that's a lot of hooch. Just saying. That's fine. Oh man, I'm telling you. I was in tears last night watching that video. I won't even lie. I can't lie, because really I was bawling. It was a really good stream, and I know we don't get that very often around here, but it did make me feel a kind of way. I've got to finish these pulls, so again, guys, stage is open. If anybody wants to come up and discuss the arc with me, you are more than welcome to. A few of you guys, I managed to get a stage permission role created, so you now have permission to let yourself up. Speaking to APAL and CDB and Ice Wolf and, you know, Zero G's. A couple of those folks. I watched the first hour live and the rest today. Who knew Hammy could blink? I know, right? And he was just like, that hurts my eyes. Barkman needs an adult. No, I mean, Barkman, you are an adult. At least I think. Just saying. No, but really, what are your thoughts, Siggy? We'll start with you, man, since you're already up here. What are you thinking about this new arc?
Well, here's the thing. I haven't logged on my other account since I started, and I'm not sure. But when I was playing normal Outposts, it was kind of cool. Apparently, they're very, very different because they're much more harder because they're elites, right?
That's 100%
I'm guessing they're going to release a new ship.
Well, I don't think it's going to be for Outposts. You see, because Cisco is supposed to be the counter to Outposts. So, which I've been watching some testing that Lost Inn was doing, and he's having great results, but you guys know how that works. Some people have results, some don't. Me personally, I've not ran any since the first day of the arc. And I ran 2. I did an elite and a regular. And I did very well in both, I have to say. Although, I know I died very quickly on the elite, but I was impressed that I made it to the second wave of hostiles. So, because I did not crew properly for it. Because crewing for these, they're a pain, right? Like, JP says, I like this arc because they have given us a challenge with the epic outposts, but haven't thrown so much content in our face, so it's a good balance. I agree with that, JP. I really do, because to be frank, we already have so many different things to do every single day. How long does it take you guys to get through your pools? Like, if you're just casually getting through your pools?
6 hours.
6 hours. That's a long time. I was thinking more like an hour, hour and a half. 30 minutes if you're speeding through. But there's still quite a lot to pull, right? Right? I mean...
Yeah.
That being said, I think when we finally do get the bulk refine for the faction store and we can set it up proper, I think it'll be a good time. Because that's where we're at. It's time to do that. That's going to be the only thing that really speeds us through this, man. As I'm sitting here doing pulls, I have to say that too, because that is a thing. About 2 hours for everything for me. Yeah, including delays. And again, you guys know, I don't get to sit and just pull pulls most of the time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But most of the time I don't. So it normally takes me about 2 hours too, JP. Like, I started at noon, because I try to keep my pulls at event reset. Just in case I need to double pull for a certain event. I'm not going to point fingers or name names. Chronicle! What's up, Rage? Welcome in. Good to see you. But no, that's 100% how I'm feeling too, though. I'm so ready for another bulk claim. DW Viper! Viper, how was your stream, my friend? Welcome in. Stage is open if you want to come on up, man. We're sitting here talking about the new arc and bulk pools. Quazel, or I'm sorry, Cronox, Samo. Welcome in, guys. I know Quazel was there. It's in the doobie den, my friend. Exclamation point Discord. You'll find it. Dark Tree. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cronox. Don't fuss at me. I was listening to Quasel earlier talking about his sheep. Yeah.
Let's go again.
Yeah, do it again.
Wait, let's see.
Oh, from A to Z. Okay.
A.
A. He's doing his alphabet. There we go. There's Viper. Oh, wow. Wow, Cronox. Wow. No, he's live right now, actually. I was hoping he might come on by. Hold on, I gotta give you perms. Viper, I will give you all the rolls. Give me just a second.
C.
Cronox, good to see you. I'll give you the rolls as well. stfc. Hold on, buddy. I can't hold it.
C.
I can't hold it.
C.
And you're both getting stage permissions as well, so. Just a second. That puts us at 99, by the way. On the amount of people in the Doobie Den, we need one more. One more. And then we'll hit triple digits. All right, yeah, you guys should be able to let yourself up whenever you get to the stage, so.
E.
If that's not working, Viper, please let me know. 99 people.
There's 99 problems.
There you go. There you go. You're figuring it out.
F.
F. What's going on, man? How you doing?
All good, all good. How about yourself?
I'm not bad, Cronox. I've really just kind of been chilling. You know. What are you guys... I know we got Viper up here, too. What are you guys thinking about the...
Good evening.
A.
the new arc?
Hi,
man?
Vodka.
Elite Outposts.
Honest opinion?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try them yet.
I.
Oh man, I'm so slacking about that. I haven't done anything about this arc really.
Well, what's holding you back?
I.
Time, really. It's just
Time.
me. It's not the game. I've been so busy the past few weeks. Work is eating all up my time, and I'm glad I can do dailies, but I have to relearn all the things that were in the past arc and in this arc. But don't
Yeah.
tell Beck, or else you will boot me out again.
I mean, you know. Here, take this over here. All right. So,
K.
Viper, what about you?
K.
Oh, there's a Moopsie
Ow.
reference in chat already. Thank you,
I've
Tibbs.
not actually done anything with it either.
Yeah.
For me, as an ops63, the FC doesn't have the same draw for me just yet.
I agree. I 1000% agree. While I'm pulling the shards already, I will end up hitting a roadblock.
I mean, there's plenty
at
of
some
other
point.
stuff to do in the game without getting way bogged down on the latest content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Granted, the event load has not been horrible either. I don't feel like we've been bombarded with a bunch of events that we need to complete in the first day, you know? So, that's an extreme positive for me.
I mean, I was saying on my stream, the one thing, the reason I don't do stfc that much is because I suffered from loop burnout. So I just got overwhelmed with the number of loops I was trying to keep up with. So I took a break and then decided, no, that's enough. And now I'm just doing the loops as and when I want to do them. I'm not particularly bothered about doing all the arc events. I'll do the dailies. I'll do the battle pass events. Anything else is a bonus if I've got time. But I'm not going to limit my time based on what events are there. I mean, previously, before they started with the Chronicles of the Ascendant and the Ferengi event,
Thank you for
the
the
material
thank you for the
spend
follow.
event was the thing that everybody went for.
Where's
But
Kaboom?
now there's so many spend events.
Where's Kaboom Wally? Thank you for the follow, man. Good to see you. Welcome in. Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off there. You know how it is.
All right. I know what it's like.
So, Butter Pecan says, as
Mate.
72, elite outhouses are okay. Cisco has some nice skills. Wish were more were universal instead of just FKR. Yeah,
Mate.
I think they're afraid to give too much specialty ship bonus. Does that make sense? So
But I say something.
yeah,
Can I
Siggy, go
say
ahead.
something about it? So I haven't got the commander, even though I would spend a lot of money on this game, but I'm slowing down for a personal reason, and like I can't even do the regular outpost with my ships at 50. I think I'm 53.
Well, okay, that's the
So
thing. That's the thing, Siggy. The first ones you're going to be able to do is the 51s, right? And they are kind of strong. But when you're crewing with your officers, and again, I know you're a new 53. Do you have your G5 uncommon yet?
you mean Norca?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. Is that the only one you have, or did you build any more?
No, I've got Enterprise D, I think it's called. I'm not sure.
The Enterprise A. That's your G4 Epic.
No, that's the only one that's the only one I've got then.
Okay. No, the thing is you're at minimum gonna need. I feel like a G5 rare before you can even really start on outposts. Is that a fair assessment, boys? What do you think? Anybody?
Muted myself while I was doing something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's punching down on outposts, so you've got to find your level.
Mm-hmm.
And the hardest part is trying to find out, okay, because most of the events are paying out based on defeating the outpost initially, not going the full 6 hours.
Right.
That is bonus loot as far as events are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting that first battle done. That's the trick. Once you get to the hostiles, it's just grind. But with you punching down, I mean, I'm doing as an ops63. I've got 2 G6 uncommons and 1 G5 epic. And I'm sending my cube and my Minerva to do 56s. So I'm punching down nearly 10 levels.
Wait, you're punching down 10?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hitting 56s at 63. So
some of that, I think, I've talked with at least a few players that have been running into different situations, and granted, I've seen some that are running into like even with like a 70 that I'll see when I'm hitting like the 60 or 63s.
Mm-hmm.
But at the 64, I'm managing for the non-elites to hit a 63, and for the elites, I punch down on a 60. I'm iffy about trying the 63 as an elite. The thing is, one of the first things, and this is what I commented in chat, is a lot of the content, and I'd even go as far back as like the when DTI first came around, is there's now a lot of encouragement in the game to having not just one of each FKR ship for a given shipyard level.
Mm-hmm.
And then another big variable is people's research, artifacts, fleet commander skills, and things like that. And then there's also how much the crewing can do for you. Because while I say for the non-elites that I'm hitting the 63s, being able to even clear the outpost required getting my 63s up to the level I could tier my cube and take it into outpost. Prior to that, I was doing the 60s with a combination of a fairly high tier relativity and a G5 epic. But my initial experiences with that led to what I think is kind of a different strategy or approach to this than what some folks may have been taking. And I feel like I've kind of been saying a lot, so I'll be pause in a sec. But one thing that I initially ran into is because of some of the power that you don't see, you can run into, while it hits the smallest ship, your smaller ship may actually look bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I guess what I'm trying to boil back around to, Siggy is a new 53. Like, he does have his north cut, but I think he was prepared for that when he went up. So the question is, with one G5 uncommon, and again, I'm still going to say rares and punch down, but is it even remotely possible with proper crewing?
I think with one uncommon it would be hard, and that's the other question is like, is it even to the point of tiering the cube? Because if you can at least tier the cube, then you've got the uncommon and the cube. I don't know other people's thoughts, but I think that would be one of the first aspects as well.
Well, and the cube is a very powerful ship. Like, as it grows with you, it gets better, and then once you get to G6, it's got one of the better firing patterns that you'll have access to, you know? So that helps. At least I think it does.
See.
Plus, it depends what the target is. Are you trying to complete the outpost or just defeat the first outpost wave?
Okay.
Because that's where the buffs come in.
I do agree with that. I think that hitting the outpost should be your priority, but you want to get as much of the extra too as you can. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but at that level, is it just a case of managing expectations?
Probably.
Well, and the other thing that I'll throw out there, because like a lot of people talk about caring about the loot, but one of the things that I've been looking at and has made me less concerned in regards to the loot aspect and more, punching up is also huge. The rate of progression on the outpost control center, like hitting a 60 versus a 63, the number of outposts that it takes to get to like outpost control center 40 it's a staggering difference. Like even punching up through the G6 outpost doesn't move the needle as much as it does from the 60 to the 63.
Right. No, that
that's
makes...
one thing I may try, because one thing I found is, because like I say, I've been taking it easy in the game, is I just went through all my officers. I had 12 officers to upgrade. My artifact gallery, I had 20,000 loot to spend on maxing artifacts. So that's probably going to have a big impact on my thing, on my capability.
Oh, did we lose you, Viper? We might have lost Viper there. That wasn't me, was it? I'm not dropping any frames. Tibbs says you can always try the 51 outpost, Siggy. No plunder from those, but at least you'll get the event done, and he's right. So, that's a shout. Wrath of Khan says, I got to 40 on Tuesday, was waiting for the events. Yeah. Makes sense.
With the 51 outposts, I think a good way to think of them is like, if you look back at the original Dominion and Borg solos, like the early on solos for that, the like 35 to 40, when you just got the uncommon and you didn't have the rare and epic ones, nor the refineries for those.
Well, Shiz, thank you. That's very insightful. I do appreciate it when you guys come up and you like give me your opinions, because it really helps a lot. My whole thought process behind these things is, yes, we're still kind of punching down as a player without Cisco, and again, I don't need him yet, but as a player without any kind of buffs in the building to like 28, I have 2 ships, so I've been using my G5 epics, and I feel like 56, I can kill a 60 if I crew properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I've been holding my OCC, so I think I'm only, like, I can go look in a sec, but I think I'm only 19, and I have the parts to take it to like 29, closing in on 30, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The crewing does a lot, and even the ship selection, because a lot of it, like a lot of folks, when I look at it and they're like, oh, okay, I'm putting on this mitigation or that mitigation author, and I'm like, okay, well, I've taken a strategy where I can see what the mitigation is without any mitigation author, and at least comparatively for hitting where I hit, like I'm already at about a 55 give or take percent mitigation, and since the mitigation cap is 72%, like the question is like closing that distance to the cap, is that the best way for me to mitigate damage, or is anything I can do to reduce the number of shots, so someone like Chang, or if I can do something to cut down the number of rounds, which reduces the number of shots because it's not getting that chance to shot,
Right.
is that the better way for me to mitigate damage? And then one of the other options, and this is why I've really come to, because I can't even remember how I stumbled upon one of 11, but I've been really liking him because instead of, well, he's a shield mitigation officer, so he's not doing mitigation, but he's moving damage from the hull to the shield by increasing your shield mitigation, and that can work out really well, especially if you can control which ship is being hit.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. It to me it feels kind of hard to though with the RNG to these things. They spit out whatever hostile they want to spit out, right? Like out of the triangle, it could be any of the three at any time. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes and no. So, law of big numbers, it is RNG, but in theory, over the course of it, it should be roughly. I think in theory, it should kind of even out between each of the types. So the one thing you can control, do you know how the priority of their targeting works?
Yes.
So the first thing that they'll look for the triangle. And so if we know that they'll be roughly even, then if we're using two ships, one of those is going to get that triangle priority 2/3 of the time, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and so in a situation where you have two ships, the question then becomes like, is the ship that would be the priority target 2/3 of the time, does that make sense to have that take more hits, and is it worthwhile to utilize something like, because that's usually the one that I'm trying to put one of 11 on, because then I'm reducing the damage to the hull and extending its life, and it becomes more the tank in there to make sure I have two ships on. It might not hit as hard, but it keeps the dog in the fight. And then the other option that you have, and this you've probably heard me mention this, or heard or seen me mention this, is, and as Tiberius just said,
Yep.
if you can take two, and I don't think it's the tier Tiberius, I think it's power based, but it's not always visible what the power is, because, like, for example, now granted, this was when my Relativity and my Enterprise D were both tier 12, but while the Relativity was nearly 2 times the power of the Enterprise D, it was taking the hit. So I could just have the Enterprise D doing the firepower, but once I took the Relativity to tier 13 and it was significantly over twice the size of the Ent D started, soaking up the hit, and it didn't have the staying power. It was still a lot better on the DPR, so I didn't, so it kind of reversed it in an undesirable way.
Right. And that makes sense. That makes sense because, once your specialty ship gets so high, it would. The thing that Butter Pecan's saying, though, I agree with. I think once you can have 3 ships, having one of each type probably does keep it pretty balanced. So, but again, I'm still stuck with 2, let alone 4.
Yeah, but I don't know if balancing it out would be the strategy that I'd go for.
Okay.
Because like we have a limited set of officers, and also when it comes down to it, your ships are not going to have the same set of performance.
Yeah.
And some of this is a bias because of starting with a Relativity as a starting point, and it has a fairly decent DPR, but it's a lot of its power comes from the shields and hull, so it does really good to be a fake Vindy, where it doing anything that lets you have it targeted it can just sit up soaking up a lot of the damage. Whereas, like as you mentioned with the cube, both it's a fairly good heavy hitter, but the other thing with it is it fires a lot of shots.
Now,
And
I know what I said about the cube, but let me be honest with you. I am yet to use the cube in an outpost, and I'll tell you why. I up until recently, I felt like my G5 epics would be stronger. You know,
yeah, and I think that's the difference between a tier 13 and a tier 14 cube.
it is. It's 1,000% the difference.
Because when I only had a tier 13 and my G5 epics were my main thing, I was using the relativity and my enterprise, and then when that didn't work well, I switched over to the relativity and my Dideridex.
Right.
1 minute, okay. 1 minute. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm on my bubble account. I might need a bit of advice.
ahead.
I think I'm sharing right now. So if you'd like to put it on screen, Mr. MJ Hat. I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but I just...
Well, I don't mind. I don't mind. Sure. Give me just a second, though, Siggy. Let me know when you've got it where you need it to be.
Right, okay, so...
Because I'm almost done with my pulls. I want to finish them. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all know what that's like, don't you? So close yet so far. I think that's
I'm
it.
still working on pulling back my pulls from accidentally letting them drift a lot.
Yeah, that happens, man. You kind of want to keep them all in one space, you know?
Yep, happens to us all.
That's the best way to do it. Let me catch up on chat here. Tibbs says, Happy Friday. Everybody say hello to Minnie. She's in the chat. Must finish the clicks, says somebody. 100%. 100%. That's the way we do things around here. Minnie is awake and will be live here shortly if my information is correct. If those clicks get too far out of whack, I may just skip the day. And Tibbs, I've done that. I've done that quite a few times, you know. Normally, I stay on top of my clicks, though. The first thing I do in the morning. First thing I do every day is I try to go through and do what I need to get done. But it doesn't always work like that, so. And Siggy, did you... All right.
Yeah. So I'm...
What do you got?
Let me go.
What's your question?
So remember how I asked you the question about the Botany Bay?
Yes.
And if I do this, does it disappear? Because I stood into the...
Well, now, it will eventually.
But I'm using even...
When you finish the Botany Bay loop, all that extra stuff will go away, yes.
Oh,
well, when you I put the Botany Bay into the in the independent archives.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what we were discussing earlier before stream. He had hit me up and was asking about that. But you have the Reliant, do you not?
Yes.
Okay. So, go ahead.
I've been using it to level up this though, to ally. It's got 526 left. 1,000, and I've unlocked a lot of stuff.
Let me catch up here on the chat right quick while you're showing that. Wrath of Butter Pecan says, my first Elite Vengeance Cube Enterprise E, my smallest ship died. My second biggest and smallest were Interceptors. And both Cube and Crenshaw almost died. Last night with different crews and greatly reduced damage to all. And again, crewing is what really makes these important. And it has to be the older, generic officers, the ones that don't show hostiles or players or armadas, invading entities. This is none of that. So... just a thought. All right, Siggy, so was that all you needed to show us there, bud?
Yeah, I forgot that you showed me. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. No big deal. No big deal. That's what we're here for. Like, I really do appreciate when people come and they ask questions. Even if I don't know the answer, I guarantee somebody on the stage does. So... like, between all of us, I'm sure somebody would.
Yeah, well, somebody is in chat, so we can always ask him.
Yeah, somebody is in chat. That's true.
And it cracks me up because you're talking about older Austin, and I'm like, but E. Riker works pretty well. And then I look back and double check that he was December of 23.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's okay. JP, go eat you some food, buddy. That seems like not that long ago, but I mean, I guess it is. I guess it's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been 2 years on Riker. Huh.
Well, and G6 was only November of 23.
Okay, Butter Pecan, hold on. Since we're doing that today with the hat, I'm gonna do you guys a favor, and I hate to because bald is beautiful, isn't it, Chronox? There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go after I finish my daily battle pass event thing. 'Cause I didn't do it yesterday and I'm a bit behind.
Okay,
But no,
Siggy. Well,
actually, I'll go now. No.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on. Have a good one, okay?
Thank you for your help.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Have fun, Siggy.
Is that better, Butter
Thank you,
Pecan?
my brother.
Is that what you needed? What's up, Corey? Good to see you, buddy. You're all good, Viper. No worries. No worries.
So, going back to where we were talking before, could I ask a little bit about like what chips you're using and trying?
Honestly, I've just my G5 Epics are the only ones I've tried so far, and it's been normally the Int D and the Roddy. Now those aren't my strongest, so I'm aware I could use the Roddy instead. But I have been crewing properly, you know, as a battleship and an explorer.
Hmm?
So that was Siggy Darth.
Oh, so you're Dederadex and your Enterprise, you mean?
Yes. Yeah, did I say
Okay.
Roddy? I meant DD. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good. And those are maxed or
No, tier 11? Hold on.
okay. So I mean, at least fairly close along.
I'm sorry, tier 10 and tier 9 on the Enterprise. So they're up there, sure, but they're not finished. Now the Roddy is maxed. And when I
Okay.
use it, I have better results as one would expect. But I try to keep it free because that's my primary hostile grinder. Although now that I have G6 uncommons, I've noticed that, you know, when I need to go do an event that requires a 67 to kill or you know, punching up versus punching equal, I've
Yeah,
found
well-
that the uncommons aren't all that bad. Not for PvE.
Well, my biggest question would be like, how is your rev, your relativity, your GS?
I'll be happy to
Those
show
would be
you.
the two. Sure, thanks.
My Revenant is tier 14, I believe. I don't know. I've got my Discord overlay in the way. I can't see it.
Okay. Yeah, so your
13. Sorry.
your Revenant would at least give you the range. You definitely would have to crew for it, but that should reach to the end of G6 space.
Yeah.
And depending upon where the research is, like, and especially once you finish it out, the DPR on the Rev is super low, as I'm sure you're well aware. So
Yeah.
that's why the crewing becomes important. But it travels fast at warp and it can reach there. And it doesn't require Sigma speed ups, which to me is a big benefit.
Let me answer Corey right quick. No, tomorrow I've got a WWE event, so I will not be streaming STFC tomorrow, but I will be live again Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sorry.
That's all good. And your relativity, tier 9?
Yes-ish. One sec.
Yeah,
That
because I'm
would be
just going off
correct.
the. Yeah, I'm just trying to go off the power because between like 9 and 11, you'll see huge boosts with the relativity.
Mm-hmm.
It'll double a couple times over.
Now, I could probably go ahead, but the thing is I'm waiting for the,
Yeah. Next Thursday should be ship day of Chronicles.
right?
and I like definitely hold for it. The other thing is, and this is longer term planning, but since we're talking Chronicles, takes us a little off topic. But where is your squall at?
My squall is extremely low, but I'm pulling my strong box every day. So
Yeah,
it
because
is tier 2, tier 3, tier 3.
okay, because the big thing is, and I think I showed you the chart last time of oh yeah, it's tier 3, which is about like free to play at the towards the front edge.
Yeah.
And that should also count for Chronicles. But the Squall in the Epic Transigen provides in the Epic Transigen loop a cost efficiency exo that works for the relativity, and that
Yes.
can help you take your parts just a little further.
Now, I think I might have a relativity one. Let me check. Because you know
Yeah.
how we do.
Yeah, it also takes like 300 of the Epic, and Rathabetter Pecan, like, yes, the speed repair, big repair speed up. There's a high number of them, but it just bugs me deep down that the smallest increment is 15, so it always feels awkward. Like when it's like you've got 14 minutes, do you want to burn the extra speed up?
Yeah, that's it. I'll wait on the helps for the speed ups because they are few. Even the repair ones, I try to wait. I'm not the greatest at it. And you're right. I do need to grab me one of those before Chronicle comes. But I've been pulling the tricorder, and I'm almost there. I'm not there yet. So
Yeah, I mean, in your case, it's a big trade off of like, especially if the tricorder is close, of pull the tricorder for the unlock or get it. Now, granted, since you're at tier 3, assuming that you're doing the max mining trade in refine and the max hostile refine, you'd still be getting about 24 epic transigen on top of that the 15 for one single shard of an artifact per day. So 24 per day. I think you're at about 150 of epic transigen currently, right?
yeah, something like that.
So I mean, 6 days should put you in the ballpark to have that extra 300.
In time, yeah. Oh, thank you, somebody. Yeah, you're right. That was my thought too. That was immediately I went and cleared my my epic pull. I'm sorry, not my epic pull, but the artifact refine. So, and that's a good question too, Shiz, that you were asking Butter Pecan. But I did hear yesterday Butter Pecan was talking about that somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah. I think
But
he's commented a few times that the squall actually hits pretty hard.
it does once you've got it upgraded. Now, obviously, mine won't because mine's still a baby. But I'm on that free to play time, you know. So is what it is. I don't. The other thing is, I'm like I was saying last week, I don't buy anything but battle passes normally. So ship unlocks, I have to do that naturally. Fleet commanders, that's going to take 2 years, but I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing that just feels so weird with Cisco, and maybe something will change eventually. Like the whole, like there's just something that feels a little weird with Outpost. Maybe it's me, but like it just, what is it trying to go for? Like there's some good trade-ins. Like it gives us some prime particles. It gives us mirror dust, premium mirror dust, but like, you know, it's for most folks, it's usually turned into, okay, do your outposts overnight when you're not using your ships because nobody's really valuing the buffs. You know, and like it's just a lot of like, where was this meant? Where is this meant to really hit, and what is it fill in?
Well, I think it's best described as the AFK ship mechanic, right? Like the away teams for ships. And while there are officers on it too, so you have to consider that. But the sourcing for Cisco in particular, I am 100% with you. I feel like it's absolutely atrocious. It's meant to be a pay mechanic, and they offered it free to play, I think, because people would have been outraged if they didn't. And maybe that's just me.
Well, yeah, but if you look at it, like historically, fleet commanders had less free to play sourcing to start with. Like at first, it was just like incursion stores. You could get like Judas through MegaCube. The Vindicator was the first time where the acquisition of fleet commanders was put right into a ship.
Right.
And sourced it along with the skill points when they first started doing you having to get the skill point directly for it. But it's also just one of those things of like as Barkman's saying, it's like it's a paid mechanic and it isn't worth paying. Well, it also goes back to like where people draw the line on like their paid mechanics. I mean, as someone that's more on the free to play side, like a lot of it, like some of the paid stuff, I see a lot of like the paid mechanics as it gets you paying so that you can pay more, because so often it's like you get one thing and it begets getting the next thing. But like the outposts, because like when I did the math on the outpost progression rate, it made me look at it and be like, yeah, those early ones are there, but they're not going to move the control center along fast enough to really help.
Yeah, I have to agree with Butter Pecan though. It depends on your on your ops level. Sorry.
Well, I think you're saying that like in regards to Cisco, especially because like a lot of people I think are looking at the cost efficiencies that you gain for like maths, which for G7 is huge. And like right now, a lot of things are like, here's the stuff for G7, which yes, it's the new hotness, but it's also like how much of the player population is even in the position to think about that. Like, the time to acquire range, like a lot of people will be getting there as they get Cisco, but then once you get Cisco, you then have to start dealing with the gates to then progress Cisco.
Yep. So the whole thing I'm thinking, man, is like Cisco, while it will be great when I get to G7, at G6, the only thing that the man really offers me is a couple of whole health boosts, or it might be weapon damage, I don't remember. And the other thing is, yeah, it's not really anything except the efficiencies and the outpost boosts. And the efficiencies aren't for me. They will be in 8 ops levels, but until then, I don't really require him. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, and I mean, even if you look at like him bringing another ship spot to outposts, it's like that's great, but like 3 or 4 ships, and it's a kind of a double-edged sword. It's on the one hand, it'd provide more ships and it'd make it easier. On the other hand, it's like that's going to be for a lot of players half or more than half of their dock just to take on an outpost. And like once we get the outpost control center up, like, well, how much is that really doing? Like, it's providing some hull health to your FKRs. It's maybe giving you another source of materials, but outside of that, like, how much is the FKR or the OCC really there for things?
I mean, not honestly. I don't really see the benefit right now.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it'll eventually be like, hey, this is doing more for gameplay or providing more account development.
Yeah.
It just, as it is right now, like it's another arc where things sort of feel a little bit like there's a missing piece.
Yeah. Sorry, I had forgotten I hadn't done any shout outs yet. Whoops. So I was trying to knock them out right fast. My bad, guys.
All good. And I know I kind of ramble, so thanks for putting up with my verbosity.
No, Shiz, I actually love having you up, dude. It's fine. Like, really. You come up and you have interesting conversation with me, and I appreciate it because, let's face it, I don't know everything I need to know, and anything that can help, even if we're just discussing. We don't have to agree all the time, but even if we're just discussing, like that, I think there's information there. I think that people want to hear that. And, honest feedback is what we do. That's the whole point of my streams in particular, is I enjoy being able to talk to just everybody. Being able to provide a platform for people to come up and say, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. That's my whole thought process. So
Yeah, and I mean, it's such a polarizing thing because, like, it's interesting some of what it seems people are running into with outposts and, you know, the differing experiences and where people are finding, I'm able to get here or I'm not really finding punch up.
mhm.
And it's kind of staggering some of the differences that it starts pulling up.
How we doing, George? Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Tibbs says, I like to remind people that there are multiple valid opinions in this game. 3 plus 4 isn't the only way to get to 7. No, you can do it by 2 plus 5, too. 1 plus 6. You're right. You're 100%
but
right,
I mean,
Tibbs.
I will say, because I think I already mentioned it, like it's also like outposts go to a very, you know, how are you crewing for it? Like, 'cause I think someone was saying on here, they're like, well, when I start being able to take in 3 ships, I'm going to go even on the ship types and split the damage. And the way I look at it is, granted, there was an idle game that I played for a little bit, and it kind of made the point that you're really only going to have 1 DPS in a party.
Yeah.
Because they're built around, you use different characters, and so it sort of goes to, like, if there's a power law in effect. And I think with Outposts, this is one of the times where this is the case. And it's in some ways, which is even sometimes similar to Armadas, of like, your small player, their damage isn't really consequential.
No.
But there can be other things that they can provide. You know, like, for example, like my usual approach, and part of how I'm thinking about when I get that extra ship, is in a certain way I'm trying to think of the ships not by their ship type or where they fall in the triangle, but what their role is. And like right now, I've got a tanking ship that is there to try and draw aggro and take hits and soak up damage, and I've got a hitter. I've got a ship that is probably doing most of the damage, and it's doing the real takedown of the target. So when I get that third one, for me, the thing that's probably might be even more beneficial than even having them all equal is being able to have it be a support ship. And now some of this is even just going to turn into what the firing pattern looks like, but you know, maybe that's where I put all my officers that are providing state, because for hull breach and burning, that's on target. Morale is the only one that if I want it on a ship that I need to have it on there.
Mm-hmm.
But by doing that, like, granted, it'd be hard to move Chang from off of the cube because Chang needs a lot of shots and he needs crits.
Yeah.
But once we have that, that's a big source of mitigation by that either reduction or putting firepower on target. So then it just becomes like, where do I place that ship in the triangle? Where do I, you know, how am I trying to do it? And what are the ships available? So I think that's an opinion that might be a little different from how people have usually looked at some of it.
Well, Shiz, let me ask you, and again, you may have said this, so forgive me if we're repeating ourselves here, but where are you at as far as which ships you in particular are using, like which ones, and what level are you punching to?
Yeah, so before I started using my 63 ships, I was doing the 60 outposts with G5 epics and my relativity, and then I reached a point where I was like, well, we can tell what's coming because this was month 1, and then like I was like, well, month 2 is probably coming, and I should probably make sure that I can get a little bit more firepower.
Yes.
I first took my Negvar to tier 9 to tier the cube, and then I ended up doing Negvar and the cube, and I get nearly to the end of a 63. I think my best is 5 to 7 from finishing the attackers.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me see what my Minerva can do, and so I tiered that up. It does not pair as well having a Minerva try and soak up, because from when the Negvar goes down, when it's taken hits for the cube lasts about another 12 hits. But being in a position where my cube is also getting hit, as soon as my cube goes down, the Minerva is just out. because it can't put out as much damage, and it can only soak up so much. So like that's part of the thing. Like the hitter can slug it out for a little bit, but that support only works well when someone else can like throw the punch.
If I may, let me respond to Barkman here. Barkman says, I'm using a 7 billion cost Kari and a max 3 billion Enterprise D, and I can't get to the second wave of hostiles in a 60. I can with my G5 epics. So what's holding you back? What officers are you using there, Barkman? And in reference to officers, please let me put this on the pin chat. Let me get the link for it. There is a sheet that Quasel created, and I'm sure you guys have seen it around the community, right? Let me throw this up. That way, there it is, and bop. This sheet will tell you whether or not the officers work. Why is this not pasting? 1 second. Apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Copy. Oh, it's because it's copying the whole thing. Okay, copy message link. Sorry. Like, it... Okay, it's still not letting me do it. Bro, why can I not paste? Here, let's just do this, and I'll add an H. Copy text. Sorry. H. And paste. It still won't let me paste it. Bro. Okay, well, in the Discord, okay, there is a sheet. If somebody has the link and wouldn't care to put it in chat, that would be helpful. But there is a link to the new spreadsheet. It's the last thing that I posted in the spreadsheet channel. So, TOS McCoy, 511 as captains for mitigation. Now, does McCoy work? Because I don't know what McCoy's ability is.
McCoy folks have been using it a little bit. I'm sorry, I had to step away for a sec. I haven't used that approach. I'm not familiar with how he works.
Okay. I've not used him either. So, that's the thing. I'll show you what I'm using. They were sent to me by Zero. Zero sent me a... McCoy doesn't work on the Armada, but 50% better than 5 of 11 after. Okay. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Let me... in the game. Let me go here. And I've got them labeled here as Outpost 1 and 2. So... Like, I'm using Chang. I couldn't remember who it was there for a minute, but that's on my, which ship? That is on my Interceptor. That's what I'm using for the Roddy, and then over on the DD is the Burning Crew and 5 of 11. So, and again, these are not perfect.
Is there a reason for Chang as captain?
Honestly, no. No, it's only a 10% boost. Again, it was a crew I got sent, and I tried, and I was able to complete a 60 with it, though.
Yeah, what I do is I do something fairly similar, but also some of this shifts a little bit. So the first thing off is where I have Chang is I have Gorkin as captain. I have Chang as an officer, which gives the synergy to Gorkin. Now, Gorkin's ability as a captain, it's sort of meh, but it provides crits in the first round or so when that procs. And then this will sound a little overkill, but I have E-Raker on there and instead of Khan. So the hope being with this is that Gorkin helps you make sure you get crits early. Riker makes sure that you get sustaining crits, similar to how Khan is there now. Gorkin also gives you hull breach. And then Chang, has become, as the discussion has been, Chang provides the delay as long as there's hull breach and crits on the target.
Right.
And I use that on what I refer to as my hitting ship. So when the relativity was doing the body blocking, it was on my ND or my Tadaridex.
And then vice versa.
And then Yeah, it was on whichever ship wasn't going to be getting hit because that was more meant to generate power. And then on the ship that I know is going to be getting hit, a lot of people are using 5 for mitigation. But like for me, like, because the next time you run an outpost, see what your mitigation percentage is. See how close you are to the cap. Because like especially on the ship that doesn't have a mitigation officer, and you might find that like off of your research, artifact, and everything else, that you're actually sitting pretty high to the mitigation cap. So the amount, like, for me, being at 55% and it's 72 to the cap, so that's what, like 17% to go.
Yeah.
That
I have
seem
no
about
idea.
right?
It does. I don't have any idea what percentage I'm at, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Next time you do it, just do the rough math off of calculating it from seeing the damage mitigated versus the damage of the original shot.
Right.
And then, because that's 17%. So, I mean, I could put a mitigation officer on there, but I go with the approach of shield mitigation. And so that's going to be after the mitigation, after Apex Defense, and after Barrier. And since it's also after all that, that means that the shield mitigation is inclusive of isolytic, whereas standard mitigation is only of standard damage.
Right.
And then on the other ship, I use 1 of 11, 5 of 11, and I've toyed around with between like GG, Con, or just going for full synergy on that bridge to just do more of the shield mitigation.
Hell yeah. Buddha on a 3 stream streak. I know it's more than that, buddy. I don't know why it reset. You haven't missed one. Not to my knowledge. So. And Shiz, I'm inclined to like kind of sit back and think about it. You guys are 1,000% right. You should be punching as high as you can for just getting the cores in for the building. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
well, could you take a look at your OCC for a second, and
yeah,
can we run through some quick math?
Sure. Just a second. I'm getting there. Boom. Oh.
And give me
Buddha,
a sec, because I want to.
Thank you for gifting a sub out to Samo. Appreciate that, buddy. He's so sweet, man. He's so sweet. Samo probably appreciate that too. And which number was you needing, bro?
Okay, so hit the yellow button.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
And let's see what your cost is to go to OCC 40.
OCC 40 will cost me 66K.
Okay.
Because I'm at 28.
Yeah, so 66 and 100 it looks like, and you're currently at what is that?
4280.
Oh, 4280? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
on stream it's a little lower.
Yeah,
so
sorry
you
about
need
that.
roughly it's not on you, it's probably a Twitch thing or connection stabilizing. So it looks like about 61,820, right?
Yeah. Roughly.
Okay. So give me just a second. I'm just going to tell you, like, take a look at how many outposts you'd need, not even bothering to pretend to consider events, battle passes, etc.
Right.
At a 60 versus a 63.
Yeah.
Give me like half a minute.
You're all right, Shiz. And that's a number I'd actually be really curious about. Roughly in my head, though, I'm feeling like it's 150-ish.
That's actually pretty close for the 60s. So if you hit the 60s, which give you 500 of the building parts for each one that you hit, you'd need 123.64. So let's just round up, call that 124.
Yeah.
So do you want to take a guess as to how much that goes down if you were to just be able to hit the 63s?
At least 200. Am I right? No, I'm sorry, wrong
200
direction.
of what?
Wrong direction.
Yeah.
Wrong direction. I was thinking 56s. How much do you get for a 63? First, let me ask that because I've not done that yet.
Yeah, so the 60 gives you 50 of the building cores, and then the 63 gives you 780.
It get it gives you. I'm sorry, 500. You mean?
780. 780.
So it's 150%.
Yeah, that's another way to think of it.
Okay. So 80, 90, somewhere
It
in there.
takes you roughly, yeah, it takes you down to 79.256. So call it 80.
Sorry, quick maths.
Yeah, but no, but your quick math is right. Like when you round it out, that's what it works out to rounding wise. So
The thing
that's
is
pretty spot on.
I don't think I can. I don't know if I can take a 63 or not. I don't know if
Well,
I'm at the point.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I found is with the G5 Epics, I couldn't, and then when I switched over to using G6 Uncommons and the Cube, I could take it. I could get pretty far forward. So I mean, but I think my bigger point being, that because the other thing you have to think about is the outpost. We're probably getting starts for every other day, not necessarily daily.
Yeah.
And who knows what the rate is going to be going forward. So you then have to take those numbers and double them.
Yeah, that's true.
And the reason that I picked 40 is that's when you get the extra ship in for outpost.
Right. Right, because I feel like that's going to be, and again, I know you said this before, but that is going to be a turning point for folks when they feel like they can punch a little bit higher if they have that whole extra haul. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, agreed. And I mean, like it'll be an extra hull, even if you're not setting it up to be a heavy hitter. It's more damage, so that'll hopefully bring the rounds per hostile down, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there, and I mean, I think most of the people that we see that are able to punch up, they're able to bring in multiple ships because of having purchased the building and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You see,
So
again, I'm on the free to play path as far as that goes. But, when I sit and I think about it, it is easy to, pull out the credit card, swipe it. But grinding it from level 1, that's commendable, man. Like there is something to that makes you have a little bit more pride in how far you got. And again, nothing against anybody that bought their building. 100%, that's how you enjoy to play your game. That's how you should play your game. I'm not knocking on you. What I'm saying is I get a little bit of satisfaction knowing that I went from 1 to where I'm at on my own terms. I would be further ahead.
An aspect of it helps you, dig a little deeper. But yeah, like even as Better Kakana is saying, like it does make a big difference. And whether you split them evenly across the ship types or take a role-based approach or another approach or even a hybrid of the two, it's going to open up some different possibilities. And just with the diversity of ships, it just raises a lot of questions like which ends up working out best for people.
Yeah. I guess the other question is, I don't know if you said or not, the epics. Have you? Where are you punching on an epic?
See, I was slightly skewed because when I was using my G5 epics, I was also using my relativity, which I think was already around 7 or so billion.
Yeah.
But those I was doing the 60s, and then when I took my when I was able to get my cube up a tier, so got it to tier 14 because of having 63 at tier 9, that's when I started being able to take the 63s and get pretty far with those. But that's with the 63s, and I mean, I have been very thorough about how much I've how hard I've gone on things like research, where my artifacts are, because I'm capped out on almost all of the artifacts that aren't like Squall sourced only or weren't just sourced through Section 31.
Right. I'm catching up to that, Shiz. I'm almost there. I know my research. I'm literally researching the last G6 63 research I've got. As far as that goes, with my artifacts, my artifact gallery is slightly behind. I just got it to 60, but again, I was waiting for Chronicle to do the upgrades, right? So I have a bunch of stuff in there right now, and I'll pull it up just to show. I have a bunch of stuff in here right now that I could upgrade, and I just haven't because I'm waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So.
like that's the pro and cons of events that score off of things that help with progression.
But as far as all this other stuff that I do have, 61's where I'm at. I'm sitting patiently and waiting until I get all these schematics to get it up to where it needs to be.
Yeah, and
Two more weeks? 3?
Yeah, and just getting your gallery there will do a lot to help, especially with things like the custom Ojin.
Mm-hmm.
And if your alliance can cover the 70 Krenim formations, those are pretty huge to being able to get epic premium pulls, which let you work your epic artifacts in quite a hurry.
Now, I will admit, my alliance cannot do the 70 formations yet. The highest guy we got right now is a 68, and to be quite frank, none of them like to even do that. I have to start it every time, and then once I get it started, all I get to come do it is some of my upper G4 and lower G5 players. Maybe an early G6er if I'm lucky.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, on the Krenim formations, you get 8 premium pulls from the 60 formation. You get a full 10 pull from the 63, 15 out of the 67, and 20 pulls out of the 70. With where your relativity is at, you could you should be able to take the 60, maybe even the 63, with some of the crewing options that are out there, especially because of how the relativity works. And I mean, the nice part with the relativity is if you're able to do those formations. Now, granted, like you said, it's a pain to get your alliance doing them, and it's frustrating because it's a rather rewarding piece of content. But I think it's one of the things that a lot of people have not necessarily embraced that much. But like Broken Wolf said, it's not about the off level; it's about the ship tier.
Right. I agree. You're 100% right on that. Both Shiz and Broken Wolf. The thing is again, getting people together to even do it has been the issue for us. Now, I'm not saying they don't. I'm 100% not saying they don't. But what I'm saying is, it's harder for me to get my 68 to come and help. I know I can get like plenty of G4 players, but if I'm the strong guy, then we're going off my ship, and my ship can only punch so high,
Yeah, but you can at least take the 60 at a bare minimum. Like at tier 9, like I said, like that's definitely the 60. That's maybe even the 63. The big problem will be if they're trying to use their relativity, the 63 will be hard for pre G6 players to reach.
Yeah.
But if folks are taking the 60, that will cover pulls for folks that are G5 because the 5-day pulls aren't based the rewards are based on the ship tier, but the costs are based on the player grade.
Yeah. Yeah. And we say that now that was a question I had for you actually while we're on the topic. With the relativity and being based on the ship tier, I'm a 63, right? So the rewards that I'm getting should be, and again, tier 9 relativity. What should be in my victory chest? Sorry, I got tongue tied.
Okay. Yeah, so if you look, it's that formation static and formation charge chest along with that formation victory. So the formation victory is for the 3/3 chest.
Yes, I know what's in here. My question, what I'm asking is,
the cost?
why is it already rares and epics?
Oh, because the uncommons fade away. I think it's like tier 3 or so, and you will only get the rare and epic blueprints. And as you tier it up, it more and more fades to just the epic.
Yes, and Broken Wolf, I know it's ship based, and again, my relativity is tier 9. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that I am already pulling Enterprise E and Crenshaw.
Yeah.
I've been doing this when I can, right? But getting people to come in with me and do it has been the absolute worst. The absolute
Yeah,
worst.
that really is the hard part. Like until people understand the value of it, like getting those blueprints, getting the relative, because the relative, like, and maybe this is why I have my outspoken hill that I'm up on. Like the
Yep.
GF is great when it's maxed out, and everybody looks at it maxed out, and they're like, "It's the bestest thing ever." I'm like, "It's great when you max it out." But the relativity is something like because the GF you have an additional off lock at 67.
Okay, but yeah, that's the question. That's the
Mm,
question I got. Like, and again, Broken Wolf told me to pull this up, and I am.
yeah.
Uh, okay, okay. No, wait a minute. Now I've got it. Now I see.
Yeah.
Now I see. Sorry, I misunderstood. But okay, that's the thing. Like, doesn't it say right here that tier 9, right? That's where I'm at. It should be giving me 5-star, no?
No, it's weird that it's saying 5-star because that is gonna. My understanding is if you're a G5 player, you will get the G5 ships,
Yeah.
and as a G6 player, you're always gonna get the G6 rare and epics.
Thank you for that, Broken Wolf. I appreciate that. And again, I can see where, and I'm pulling, so far I've had pretty good luck. All I've got's epics, right? In the 3 times I've pulled this since I've been G6. Um, honestly, though, down the road, this is going to be extremely helpful. But right now, it does me no good. That's 7 ops levels away, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's the double-edged sword of it, and I'll throw the chart on that list what you get based on the tier of the ship and the cost.
Let me queue up a few of these right fast. Thank you. And here I'll show this on stream. Give me just a second. Let me clear. Boom. So, looking at this chart, and I'm so glad you have access to all that because I
Yeah,
struggle finding things. But
I mean
looking at
it helps having saved links to where they are and whatnot.
that's what I've been trying to do is put links in that channel where you put this. This is perfect. Um, looking at this though, like I can see the value in being in this general area for a G5 player, right? But
Mhm.
immediately once I crossed into G6, it was already epics. I would have liked the opportunity, and I guess that's my own fault for tearing it up so quickly. I would have liked the opportunity to pull some rares, and I still might.
Yeah,
But
like I've still had some rare blueprints drop, and like I get your point that it would be nice to get like some of the uncommons and things like that.
mhm.
But at the same time, like the cost value of like getting the blueprint for a rare or epic, those are going to cost so much more that if I have to pay it out in the faction credits for the uncommon, that's still a lot cheaper.
Yeah, and yeah, let me pin this at the top of the chat because Buddha just now noticed, and I'd like to point it out too. We are going to be doing a giveaway once we hit that 100th person in the Discord server. Buddha will be giving away a T-shirt, and so will I. Again, it may take us a couple of weeks to get set up on that, but I feel like we're gonna hit that today, if not like next couple of days. And Broken Wolf says I have 950 of 650 blueprints for the Scimitar from the DTI pool. So I mean, honestly, you can already build it. And what's your ops level, Broken Wolf? Where are you at in G6? And did we just finish? I think we might have. Let me look. Oh, no, that is. Oh, there it is. Butter Pecan. Thank you, Butter Pecan. That's 100. So, guess what, guys? Giveaway coming probably not this week because we got to stream tonight, but next week or two, we will definitely do that drawing, and we will do that on the wrestling review. Okay, so everybody knows. Buddha, are you excited? I'm sure you are, buddy. I am sure you are, because we had a little wager about getting to 100. So 69. So, I mean, let me ask you. That saved you. Yes, you are, Butter Pecan. That saved you a lot of faction credits, though, right? How many faction credits without the Terran store, mind you? How many faction credits is an epic?
Well, that shirt that I put has both with and without the Terran favor. So without the favor, it's 7.8 million for an epic.
I mean, that's a fuck ton, dude.
Yeah,
That's
and I mean,
so...
even the just to give a comparison, the rare is 3.884 million, and the uncommons are just 1.8 million.
I mean, that's yeah, that sounds about
So,
right.
I mean,
I don't have the favor. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so but you can see why, like, because even with the favor, those are still pretty significant costs.
Yeah.
So you can see. Oh, and actually, I quoted the wrong number. The rares are 4.2 million. It is the surveys that are 3.8.
I mean, that's still quite a lot.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more, but still quite a lot.
Yeah, but so you can see why, it losing the uncommons, it's an inconvenience, but it saves you where it really needs to save you.
So let me I have to do one more thing right quick. Let me pin this in the chat now since we did it. 100 Doobie members achieved. There's your bleep bloop. Bleep bloop. So, thank you guys for that, by the way. If I can't say that enough, really, we getting the Doobie Den where it's at has been a long-term goal, and I hope to see it keep growing. So please, if you are not a member, you should be. ! Discord. I just be nice to have you. That's how you get to the stage for these chats. That's how you get to the stage for the RevX Wrestling Review. That's where I post all the spreadsheets. That's where that's where Shiz has been putting all the graphics again. So, all right, Chronox, thank you for tuning in, buddy, and thank you for hopping on the stage for a few minutes. It was a pleasure to have you, my friend.
No problem, mate. No problem. And I will return shortly.
All right, buddy.
Have a good evening, guys.
Be
Bye-bye.
good, man. But yeah, there's so much went into this, and I don't have an exact date on the giveaway. Buddha and I will have to sit down and discuss a few things first. But once we do, I'm sure we'll be able to let you know tonight whenever we do the wrestling review. So, look out for that. Thank you for that too, Shiz. So, I have so many questions, but really, you've answered 90% of what I had. So I really thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah, I might head out shortly because I'm going to catch another stage that I forgot the timing on that. But if there's more I can help with, feel free to let me know, whether it's a chat on stream to kind of go through stuff or trying to run through. I just had closed out, but where is your G3 or G6 incoming at?
My G6 incoming, I've had it a week, man. I've got the Negvar to tier 3, so.
Okay. Yeah. It'll take time, and like you said, you're also fairly recent to G6, so you're still building up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, from what I've gathered, crunching up on these with ship types is really hard. So it does seem like the ship for the shipyard is kind of big. But clearing that 60 is at least in a good place.
I know I can do that. I know I can clear the
Yeah.
60s. I don't think I'll be able to do the 63s until I get, like you said, the uncommons and the cube up to tier 9 for the uncommon, tier 14 for the cube. Minimum.
Yeah, and then it'll get pretty far. And just anything that you can do to help with like artifacts and research will only benefit you more.
All right, Shiz. Well, again, thank you for coming up. I 1000% appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, man. I definitely appreciate the chance to talk and dig into things.
Anytime, my friend. You do have stage perms, so feel free to let yourself up as you want.
Oh, cool. Good to know for next time. Thanks.
Yep. Be good, Shiz. Guys, that's Shiz, man. And Shiz is a very knowledgeable individual. I definitely appreciate any and everybody that wants to come up and say whatever they want. Speaking of Buddha, if you're available, would you like to come up and talk for a minute? All good, Broken Wolf. You do what you got to do, buddy. I appreciate you lurking in the background. I appreciate all you guys, actually. You guys are what's made this possible. So, thank you. I mean that. Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough. Hold on. Thank you. I mean that. So, let's dial it back. My dumbass goofed and cut off the stream. My bad. Well, you shouldn't have done that. Do you want to come up a minute? Seeing as how I don't have anybody else on the stage at this time? Because I know you don't hardly talk STFC, but we could talk about something else, sir. There he is. Welcome in, Buddha.
After we hit 100 fucking community members. That's fucking awesome.
There it is. There it is. I knew you'd appreciate that.
Let's fucking go.
I knew it. I knew it. You guys hear his reaction, bro? I've been waiting on that. Y'all made that possible.
We set a goal. We set a goal, guys. And that's the beautiful thing. We set a goal to have 100 community members by the end of the year. It's not even fully the end of the year yet. And we've hit that goal. We ain't surpassed it yet, but we have hit it.
Yep.
So it makes me feel like, right. Granted, it's more you guys and the STFC than it is my part.
But come on now.
I'm very much appreciated this. We started this with just the simple fact of just having a group of people together that could enjoy a server without any politics. There's no politics in there.
Just STFC ones. That's a real thing.
And that I have nothing to do with. As far as my end goes, there's no politics. Okay, I'm just the guy that everybody knows. That's the other member of the Doobie Den. That's how it goes, and that's cool. I'm A-okay with that. But to hit that 100-member goal, guys, we are so thankful to you all.
100%. I don't have the shirt that was here. I will put this up though as a sneak preview for anybody that wants to go look at the things that are going to be available. We're talking T-shirts, so there are several Doobie Den RevX T-shirts in there, and that's what we will. Yes, you are one of the Doobie Brothers, 100%.
Yes, one of the Doobie Brothers. I love that. I am A-okay with that.
So, but on the fourth wall there will be where we're doing it from. I'll be giving away one, and again, it'll be randomly. Hell yeah, it'll be like the Wheel of Doom, probably, if I do it right. We'll see. But it's 2 random Discord members. So that's how that works. So you have to stay in the Doobie Den to get the merch. Just saying. That's a thing. Other than that, though, Buddha's 1000% right. We are really, really ecstatic and thankful for each and every one of you that have come in. And this community does awesome things. I was talking a little bit to Shiz there, and I mentioned this way early in the stream, but I'll mention it again. Ultimate DJ last night must be present to win. 100. Well, no. You don't have to be present on stream. You just have to be in the den.
You have to be a community member, and if you win, we'll send you a direct message.
Yep. Ultimate
I'll
DJs
be sending
yesterday.
somebody one, and Hat will be sending somebody one.
Yes. Although it's somebody that said that, so be careful. Ultimate DJs, yes, yeah, that's a big present. That's being present. That's
that
fair.
is. That is.
That's fair.
You're absolutely right.
Yesterday, Ultimate DJs and the Talking Trek team, plus the community, raised $80,000 for the Children's Hospital in Nashville, and that I'm still kind of taken aback by that. There were a lot of people, a lot of members of the community. Griffin himself donating half at $39,000. That is impressive, and I just wanted to say kudos for not only hitting their goal as well, but for surpassing it. So, you guys are awesome for that. Them kids will really appreciate those video game carts, I promise you. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to get a little mushy, but I thought you had to be wrapped to be a present. Well, that depends on who you're being gift to. Some people prefer their presents unwrapped, if you know what I mean. Bow chicka wow wow.
Giggity, giggity.
All right. But no, Buddha, 100 people, man. That's freaking insane. I know we didn't. When we started, we didn't think we were going to be able to do that, but community comes through again.
We really went back and forth about, if we were going to be able to do it or not.
Yeah, a couple of times. Going back to chat here, aren't all doobies wrapped? No, not if you're packing a bowl.
Yeah, we call it fat bowl of doobie too.
Yeah, Buddha has a redeem on his stream, and it's expensive, but it's there. 5,000 channel points. Are you? Are you?
I'm gonna drop it to about 3. Okay. I think that's a little more equal. Like, I ain't trying to die on stream, but like,
I have a lot of points, man. So it doesn't matter to me either way.
I'm aware.
You've never heard of Call of Duty? Well,
may just be different parts of the country.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. Jeffrey is the term that I like to use myself.
Yes. Gotta go talk to Jeff.
Oh, what was that? I don't know what that was. Okay, no big deal. But no, we've come pretty far, man. I'm actually really ecstatic about it. And my eviscerator died, but did I finish it?
Like, being honest with you guys, I think when we started out, if I remember correctly, we started out with 11 members.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was 6 months ago? Not even 6 months ago?
Not even 6 months, more like 4.
Yeah. So like we've been averaging about 25 a month, which is wonderful. Wonderful. Like, if you got friends, you enjoy being a part of this, tell them to join. It costs nothing. We appreciate it. And now we got to set another goal. So, it's just community helping the community out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's true, too.
So what's the next goal?
That's what I was about to ask you. What are you thinking as far as our next goal?
I'm going to say 250.
250? I was going to say 175, but okay. 250.
175? I'll take 175.
175 should be what we do next.
I'll take 175.
Be a while before we get there, but we'll see.
Maybe. Like, not trying to say that rude, but this has happened a lot faster than we gave it credit for. And again, much appreciated. But we may see that 175 before we know it.
Maybe.
Never know.
Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot that's been going on too. Like, again, this community is freaking amazing, man. It's one of the reasons I kept streaming is because I actually fell in love with this community. It's so good. A slider is a paperless doobie with 2 glass tubes and a piece of plastic and a piece of metal. It cuts down on a lot of wasted smoke. You see? Butter Pecan knows what he's talking about.
Oh, there we go.
Butter Pecan knows exactly what he's talking about.
Sign me up.
No, that's fair, though. That's fair. I did get to smoke before stream. I'm expecting Zero to pop in at any point in time. We are supposed to be doing some arenas before I raid out to Mini. I don't know what time he was going live today though, so that's a thing. But what was the other
About
event?
20 to 4, so I think you're
Yeah, I'm all right.
could be looking at 4.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Oh.
I think I have everything done that I wanted to do, though. And that's a kind of a problem. Ship event. I guess Negvar, I guess is what we're going to do. So let me just pop it out here.
Stop paying attention when I found out I was allergic to tea. Oh, no, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's not good at all, actually. I hate to hear that, bro. THC is awesome. That breaks my heart for you. Let me speed up this tier up. Because we are now tier 4 on the Negvar. And before I do anything else, I bet I don't have my efficiencies turned on. Why you guys let me do that without my efficiencies? You're supposed to stop me.
That sounds good, butter.
Nope, we're good. We're good. I did that. What's this one on? It's on crystal. Give me ore. Okay. Alright. So, I guess, did I finish the event? No. Not on one thing. So, let me... I know I want this. Boom. Let's do shields next. Boom. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Gummies are rough. For me, anyway. For on a personal thing, gummies are rough for me. I usually green out, not even gonna lie. And vaping it is pretty okay.
That probably finished my event, so I don't know that I'm gonna upgrade it anymore. Let me look here and see. Smart speed up. Boom. Oh my god, I could take it further. I didn't realize I was that close. Should I take it further? No, there's a ship event span next week. No, I should not. That did finish my event. Okay. Alright, so I got the Negvar up to tier 4? 5? 5.
No.
5. So, hell yeah. Somebody says I can do CBD, but only in a vape, nothing THC. I'm puff, puff, puke. Man, a lot of people are that way. Some people can, some people can't. I won't smoke. I won't smoke in the house as far as that goes because, I have little ones. But, oh man, I didn't even see the ads coming. That's my bad. No, I'm not a vape kind of guy, though. I prefer flower. It's just me. A lot of people are wax people. I don't do that. I don't do dabs. That's not... Just never really appealed to me.
There's a
Somebody grows Flintstones Fruity Pebble strains in her basement. I mean, listen, Rev. Listen. I'm all about some Fruity Pebbles. Don't even play. Don't even play. And somebody says, I mean, like little girl in The Exorcist. Oh no. Wrath of Butter Pecan says, I like the always first hit flavor of vaping it. My favorite is apple fritter. That's not bad. That's a good point. If you do live in Florida, you can't have a basement. It'll get flooded. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In all reality, man, there are some really wild vapes and really wild flavors out there. But again, flower's been my thing. Flower's always been my thing. So.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Yeah, I know you're the same way, but Chad, again.
Oh, yeah.
Vape, CBD, or flower. I just like things in my lungs. Well, Rev, I'm a smoker.
And
Everybody knows I'm a smoker. but not a fan of smoking.
But not
And
a
I
fan.
get that. I get that. Some people are, some people aren't. And it's okay.
Yeah, everybody has preference. Everybody has preference.
How is Rev today? We were talking Outpost with Shiz before you got here. So, where are you punching at on your Outpost, Rev? Because I know you're right there with me at 63, 64. Just kind of curious. I'm just trying to grow up and be like Die Hard Cubby. Oh, yeah? Why? What did Cubby do? What did I miss? Because Cubby must have did something. I've been doing the 60 elites. I beat 40-ish of the hostiles. That's about where I'm at. That's about where I'm at. Kind of feel like you might be a little ahead of me. Not by much, though. I'm catching up. And it won't be too much longer. G7 in the near future. 6 months from now, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It really depends on how much I can get done in the next couple of months. Hello, Necro. I seen that. Or was that? I didn't see. I didn't see. Please let that be my Reliant. Leave my miners alone. Oh, he's hiding here on this node. Okay. Alright. Let me, Did I finish the event? That wasn't Necro. That was my Reliant. Because if I finish the event, then I'm pulling my miners back because I need to get ready for arenas. And I did. So, let's go ahead and pull them in. Yeah, I just got my Negvar up to tier 5. So, moving right along. And I could take it further, but I'm waiting. I don't need to get too far ahead of myself. It's getting pretty strong, though. We'll see what's the hole at now. 5.5 billion. That's pretty good. If I say so myself. And I do, because that's pretty good. Now to just grind out some levels for it. Butter Pecan says, I was flower for a long time, and when first legalized here, I tried vape THC, and I wasn't getting a buzz. Memorial Day weekend party, I tried Stizzy brand. Okay, I don't think I've heard of Stizzy. Do you know Stizzy, Cuzzo?
I can't say I've heard of it either. But then again, I don't mess with the vapes either. So
They have different brands and everywhere. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I work at a smoke shop. I know what they are, and everything. Just I don't even think I'll have to look at that when I go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, because if
That's
it
got
is
me.
good, I
Okay.
might get one. I need to be getting me one. Yes,
Stizzy.
Stizzy.
Okay.
Stizzy with
Yeah, I'll check into that for sure.
multiple eyes. Sounds good.
If not, I'll see if my
Bacon.
boss can get it.
Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Yeah. Stizzy does vape and gummies minimum. Well, he might have them in stock there. Just
Yeah, I might. And if so, I might have to give it a try because I really had the same problem he did. I hit it and wouldn't get anything out of it. So
that was me too.
if I could find one that actually give me a good head change, I'd be all right.
It's not really for me.
Yeah.
I've always been a flower guy, but that's just me. Just getting back to rowing after taking a good long hot shower that I really, really needed. Bacon, are you trying to tell us that you stunk? It's okay. You drive a truck, man. We understand.
He does have fish in his name.
Well, that's true. Let me just since we're talking fish, let me just where's my emotes?
You can smell me all the way at your house before I took a shower.
Maybe. I don't know. Last I heard, you were still in Florida. Where are you at now, Bacon? Traveling up I-75, no doubt. Wink, wink. I know it's hard for him to respond, too, so. And that's not what this fish was for, but I mean, we can use it in the moment. Going up 95, just went past 77 mile marker on the way over to Myrtle Beach. Very good, my friend. Very good. See, Bacon is Bacon's a server mate, man. We go way back. Hopefully, I know Corey stopped in earlier. He said he might be around Sunday night, so we'll be doing the stage again on Sunday, guys. And again, the new format is really kind of working out. I gave a few select members stage permissions so that they could let themselves up or help let people up or whatever in the moment. But those come and go. So, did you grab me a Cuban sandwich from in Miami? No, he got me one, bro. Like, it's for me. You can't have it. Mine. Dibs. I call dibs. It's mine now. Dibs. Not to be confused with Tibbs, who was also here earlier. I know tomorrow Rev's doing... Oh, but you are closer. You're right. That's probably true. That's probably true, seeing as how I'm in Kentucky. Ugh. Listen, the people around here make so much fun of me because I wear orange. I am a Tennessee fan, as you will, let me just so plainly see. I'm a huge orange person, but, now don't start. Don't start. I catch a lot of flack because I
Everybody's
live in
got their own
Kentucky. I tried, but it didn't make it. Looks like asking Fluffy to get a couple dozen donuts. They're not going to make it to your house. That's great. That's great. Well, did you get mine? Come on, Bacon. Bacon, here's the other thing, and I told Rev this as well. If you find yourself in my area and you come by my store, I will feed you. Okay? We had this conversation a little while back. I said the same thing to Rev, and I said the same thing to Minnie and Ice Wolf. They ever find themselves in my neck of the woods, they better come by my store. That's all I'm saying. Details to come. Y'all know where I'm at, that need to know. Those of you that don't could find out real easy, I promise. Doesn't really, I don't know. I really enjoy being able to, like, communicate with you guys and talk to people, and the support from the community has been, again, amazing. The not only the Doobie Den reaching 100, the 80K for the Children's Hospital, but before anybody even knew me, CDB took a shot on me, man. And I have to admit, he's the reason my channel grew like it did at first. 1000%, because he got my name out there. So I am very... Yeah, that actually does. It really is something to see all the content creators, the YouTubers, the Twitch streamers, the podcast creators. Yes, I'm looking at you, Nigel. Everybody comes together, and they really help one another out, and that is just so awesome. You don't see that. I used to be a Call of Duty Zombies streamer when I first started. That's how I got affiliated. And Buddha can tell you I had abysmal numbers. Nobody ever came in. And I spent time talking to myself. And any Twitch streamer is going to, right? That's just how Twitch goes. But since I started doing STFC, and I really took an interest in learning OBS and learning, and there's still so much for me to learn, like StreamerBot. I don't know how to use that at all. There's so much for me to learn. I feel very welcomed, and this community has really helped me grow, and I couldn't be any happier. So thank you for that. And I don't say that all the time, but I mean it. Thank you. Wrath of Better Pecan says they also have a power case that holds pen with cartridge and spare cartridge. It has a battery in it to recharge your pen multiple times. That sounds really cool. 1000% sounds really cool. So, song requests are still going, guys. I know nobody's done that. Let me put that back at the top of the chat. Song request, title, artist, if you guys want. We've got about half an hour to an hour left to stream, so please feel free to load up whatever you guys want using that command right there. So, and it's pinned.
So I've got you pulled up. I'm gonna hop off here.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
But I got you pulled up on 2, so you're good.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. See you
Love
guys.
man. Be good.
You too.
And then let's see. Buddha put out a post in Doobie-Den. That's cool. And then I know we got Dark Tree over streaming as well. Zero's supposed to be popping in at some point, but I don't know when that'll be. I've not heard from him. Posted in hobbies. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't sure where. And there's Floyd filling up the music queue. You know, I love that. Thank you. That's so awesome. I don't have to choose my own music. I don't know, guys. If we had a spend event going on right now, like a weekend spend event, which we don't, but if we did, I'd probably keep tearing up my Negvar. Because that's a thing. I'm very, very pleased with it. It looks so pretty. Not as pretty as a Koskari, but still pretty. Brings me back to the DS9 days. So very much. Kapla. Tomorrow? Yeah. Here's the thing, Chronicle's coming too. But, you know, I have specialty ships for that. So, we'll have to see. We'll just have to see. Littlefoot's just been chilling this whole time. It's early, so he's unusually not as hyper as he normally is. I know part of the fun of the stream is watching him bounce from side to side of the camera view. But he's actually kind of chilling back there on his tablet, just hanging out. And that's more than welcome. Siggy, welcome back, my friend. Let me... Boop, there you go. How are you? You good?
Yeah, my brother stopped playing. But he wants me to level up, so...
Well, I'm eyeballing my Negvar here. Just kind of looking at how pretty it is. We went up 2 tiers on it, so... I don't know, that's a possibility to be using in the near future. So... Obviously not for, like, PvP, but... Outposts and whatnot, it is a bit of a tank.
Huh?
It is a bit of a tank. So, I don't know. I need to add stuff to it still yet. If I'm going to start using it regularly. I don't know. It's very hard for me because this ship looks good. The Enterprise D looks super well. The Roddy, who's not a fan of a bird of prey. The Dideridex, that's a whole other thing. Like, we have some very beautiful ships toward early G6 and late G5. Those in particular look awesome. Look at this Akira. I mean, the Akira class, that's a whole nother thing, man. Now, granted, I'm not putting no parts on that one. No. I will save my Interceptor parts. Thank you. The Minerva, too. I mean, she's very green and shiny. But I have to say, man, like, all of these ships, as we get going, besides the Junker, I think the Junker is ugly, but it does a good job. So, that's just me. So, what's up, Siggy?
Yeah, just playing with my brother. And I decided to come back because he's gone to bed.
Yeah. Well, everybody else had to go, and no big deal. That's part of it. Sometimes we have a full stage. Sometimes I'll sit up here by myself. But either way, the show must go on, right? So let me, while we're waiting for Zero, I guess I'm going to do some trans mining. And is that still Floyd? That is still Floyd. Thank you, Floyd. No, really, I appreciate that.
What time is it now, sir?
Huh?
I know you're in America. I asked what the time was, but you're in America, so no.
You got it, somebody. Cheers, mate. Hashtag not sponsored. But all you guys know, and if you don't know, you should. I'm a big Monster fan. So, like, these are my lifeblood. I survive on these. And they're really bad for your heart, but cheers. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. However, Monster, if you're watching and you did want to sponsor, just, reach out. You call me. Please. Please. It's not Welch's, but I'm old school. Mountain Dew, somebody says. Hell yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me, I'm just going to do a thing right quick. Because as a Mountain Dew fan, as soon as I find it, God, I got so many. It's the last one. Figures. Hell yeah. But no, there's just a lot. There's a lot that you guys all have to know so much. And this is one of the greatest places I've ever been. This is one of the greatest communities I've ever had the privilege of being a part of. And I just can't stress enough how thankful I am each day. Every day I get to spend with you guys anyway. Which isn't as much as I would like it to be. Because if I had it my way, I'd stream 7 days a week. But the wife would kill me. So. Speaking of, if anybody was here the other night. Last week. The wife came home in the middle of my stream. Well, at the end. And she did not fuss one little bit. And I have to say, I'm very glad for that. Because she hates being on camera. She's one of those people, oh no, it'll steal my soul. No. I'm not like that. I'm a social butterfly. I figured out how to make the original game fuel. Horde the released. 50% regular, 50% code red. Interesting. Does it turn orange? Like the old game fuel used to be orange? She is not. She is not. She is not. It does, somebody says. Hell yeah. That's awesome. My wife is not a redhead, though. She is just very anti-camera. I'll show you guys eventually. I don't have a picture at the standby, but I'll show you guys eventually what she looks like. Although she's swelled right now. My God. We're 6 to 7 months into the pregnancy, and she is round. I was just saying, if she's a redhead, there's no way the camera could steal her soul because, redheads. Something tells me you're poking at Rev Deuce. Is Rev still here, by chance? Because if he is, I guarantee... here, I'm actually going to tag him, so if he is around, he sees it, because I bet we're muted. But, it does say the man is in chat, so... Rev, are you going to put up with that? You going to put up with that from Bacon, bro? Come on. No, you're right, Bacon. I agree. Oh, Siggy. I lost you, buddy. Hold on. There you go. I'll let you back up. I don't know why you disappeared.
My internet did a dump.
Oh, okay.
And it just come back on. It happens sometimes, you know what I mean?
It does me too. So no worries. I think I've got everything done, though. I guess I need to start setting up my PvP crews for arenas tonight. Which, again, the the only reason I said I would do arenas is because Zero said he was going to carry, and I'm yet to hear from Zero. So let me also add, you gonna take that? Just so he kind of gets the idea of why. There we go. Now the question is can I kill this other one yet? Probably not, right? Because I did one of the level 4 cons champions. I don't think I can kill it yet, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Let's see. Guarantee I blow up here. If not, I clear it. And I'll take that too. Just to have it cleared.
I think 1 minute, I'm going to go on your channel. I've always wanted to see the Cons Champions. I've never actually done one before.
Well, I'll do another one when you get there, so. Just let me know when you can see, because I'm killing that one. And no, I can almost kill it. I can almost kill it. Right on. But if I was boosted, I'd be able to do that. So why don't we actually... You know, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Let me just... 1.32 is not that bad.
Yeah, that is shit.
Yeah, that's my Negvar.
It's got a lot of power.
Yes, it does. Nothing compared to some of these other ones, Siggy, but yes, it does. And Bacon says, let me pull this up. It's about 2 hours from where I'm going to be delivering, and then it's about 3.5 hours back to the yard. Well, that's unfortunate, man. I think we were going to try to get you to Ops Band with us this evening. But if you're busy, I get it. Unfortunately, work comes first. So, I know me and Zero had talked about getting a 59 or a 60, and he would carry us. But I don't have a 60 available.
Guess what, Hat?
What's up, buddy?
For the first time ever, I actually completed the event without cheating, like going to high-level systems and all that. And, you know what I mean? I did it. Was I have no choice.
Yeah?
So I did the event. The, thingy event. Swarm
Okay.
Hunt. And I'm looking to the others. I'm 8th in the solo leaderboard thing, and I think this is a spend event.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it right now.
I forgot to boost there. That's on me. I don't know that a Cerritos boost would be enough for that. But I want to try. I know I could upgrade it more. I know I could. But we're not there yet. Where is my...
Upgrade it.
Not yet, man. There's not when there's spend events coming. No way. Let me get something out of it, bruh. Where's my Cerritos? There it is. Oh, I love me some Weird Al. Hell yeah. It ain't gonna hurt me nothing to try.
I've upgraded all the guns on my line.
Good deal. You should save those parts, though.
What?
For the Chronicle next week. Oh, I got
I
it.
never become a part of it.
I had to boost, but I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I've had that put up for a while. Give me that. Bacon fish. Hold on, buddy. I got you. Come on up, my friend. How you doing? Give him a second. There he is.
Okay, I hit now. Good
We can hear you
afternoon.
now. How you doing, man?
Oh, all right. I'm got done making all the phone calls I had to do, and I'm out of traffic, so I'm like, hey, I can hop on the Discord call. Golly.
You know, I appreciate that. Seriously, I really do appreciate when people actually come up and talk. I know I say that all the time, but man, sitting here and staring at me is pretty boring. But if I have people to talk to, it's at least a back and forth conversation. People can chime in, or, you know.
That's okay. Eventually, you get to the point where you're going, "What? He just shut up." My cat says it all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I get that a little bit, so no worries. I know I'm not doing any away teams right now before anybody points that out. Because, and I'm probably going to blow up here, but I'm not doing any because of arenas, and I know they're coming. Gomer Pyle on stream? No, that's Bacon Fish. Be nice to Bacon.
I may not be a smart man, but I can drive a truck. I
Now
can
there's
even
Gomer
back up
Pyle.
without hitting anything most of the time. No, Gomer Paul says, "Well, golly, Sarge."
You know, you're
Jim
not
is our
wrong. That's
neighbor.
funny.
Oh.
That's funny. You said Jim is your neighbor?
Jim neighbors, but bunch.
Ah. You know, if this was a regular Discord channel, I could do the crunch thing, but I don't know that I can on the stage.
Let's see.
Nah, I don't think it's there.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Oh well.
My cat's meowing at me a little bit here and there.
Yeah, how is the cat, by the way?
Oh, she's all right. She's currently sitting in my lap, fussing at me for talking out loud.
Oh, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid you woke her up.
Oh no, I've been back moving about about 20, a little bit over 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
She had to, well, I guess for a cat that would be time to fall asleep. Quit biting me, little shit. I'm not chew toy.
Listen, they're like that, man. All animals are that way. Okay, watch this. Nova. Come here. Come here. Stand up. Jump. Look here. Say hi. Say hi. Who's your good girl? Who's your good puppy dog? Come here. Say hi. Aw, she's what's Robin's. That's my puppy
that's the time
dog.
you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the Blues Clues.
Believe me, I know Blue's Clues. Again, father of 3, working on 4. So, yes, sir. That's a very real conversation. Oh, you're paying attention to something other than her? That's a violation of the CT's union first rule. You're not wrong. The cat's union first rule. You're not wrong, buddy.
Oh, she's being pet and everything.
Yeah, but
She's
animals
being a
have their
spicy
way.
kitty.
Animals have their way.
You know, every time you say that, it sounds to me like you're saying edibles at first.
Well, I'm about that life too. But
General So's kitten.
oh, yum yum. No, that's listen. I'm not even gonna lie to you. In my town, we used to have this Chinese restaurant, and you can probably see where this conversation's going already.
The cat population decreased immensely.
Well, no. The owner hit a deer, right? And yeah, so he brought this
Repurposed.
deer. Yeah, he brought this deer into his restaurant to make it for his family. And I know you can't see me, so air quotes around the word family.
Yeah.
Needless to say, the Chinese restaurant we used to have in town was pretty good, until it got shut down. So, and I'm kind of
If it
like,
had been a butcher shop and restaurant, he probably would have been in the clear.
yeah, I'm kind of out there too. Like I am right off the interstate, but there's nothing here, you know. So it's another one. It's a truck stop town, 100%. So
my cousin lived up in Jersey, and sometimes if he was on his way, he had an arrangement with his boss where he worked. if he saw someone hit a deer when he was on his way into work, he would stop, get that deer, take it home, and process it before he came into work.
Yeah,
He
waste
also
not.
had 6 kids.
Waste not. I'm about that. But the thing is dude brought that deer into his restaurant. If he'd have took it to his house, wouldn't nobody had a problem. But was the best right until town ran out of cats. That's it. Venison is tasty, 100%, and I'm about that. I'm about some deer meat, y'all, particularly deer jerky. Oh man, mwah! Oh, I'm seriously, jerky's my thing. The comma, man, Floyd. I think the comma's got it messed up there. Might want to try that again.
Yeah, the comma is part of the fun, though. It's kind of like those signs you see on the side of the road where it says "local honey jerky." I'm like, who's trying to advertise their cousin?
Bambi jerky is the best jerky, 100%, 100%. Somebody that listen, all the flavors. I don't even care. Bring me a big old bag, and I will pay you. I will pay you for a big old bag of jerky. I promise. Just because that's what life's about, man. I'm starting to get hungry thinking about it. So, I guess the question boils down to Bacon. I've been asking everybody that's come up this. Let me ask you: have you got to engage with the outposts at all?
If you look in the 53 by the Romulan system, I've got one ongoing right now.
Okay, hold on. I will.
I think one of my ships is probably dead by now, but the other one's a cube, and I'm hoping for the best. Last time I looked, I was at 52 or 72.
You said the 53.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The one on the like, if you're looking at it like you were from the bottom, it would be the one on the left.
No, I got you. And no, both of your ships are still alive. But
Ooh.
your
that Crozier is barely there.
Yeah, it's going to go soon. So this is where you're at. You're doing 53s with your cube and your rare.
Yeah, it's my first time trying with the cube.
Mm-hmm.
After listening to some of the crewing things, you can see what crew I've got on the cube now.
Well,
I'm trying to work with what I got.
Yeah. So I see Suitor. I see Assimilate. I see By the Book. Okay. Okay, that's good crewing on there. Let's look at the cube. Let me look at the cube.
Yeah, my below decks on the cube. Well, no, that should be good. I was gonna say my above decks are the ones I was concentrating on the cube.
Lorca, Tilly. Okay. And Chang, and then below you've got okay. Troy's not gonna help.
I figured I missed one.
Yeah. Neither is McCoy. That's okay. Your cube's still surviving better than the other one, but it is.
Yeah, I didn't fully go through the below decks part. I just kind of flipped it. Hello.
I don't think Mbenga does either, to be honest. So your cube's doing this basically on its own.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I was focused on the upper deck for this one, anyways.
Yeah,
on the bridge.
I mean, you're doing well though. Your cube is still very, very, very much alive. Like
when I did alive. I changed the crews a little bit since the last time, but the last time I was using my Sanctus in the cube spot and the Crozier where it was, and they were more they were about even with about how much hull damage. The Crozier still lost quicker, but compared to the last run, the cube's doing a lot better than my Sanctus did.
Right. Yeah, I'm yet to use the cube, but I think tonight, or tomorrow, whenever I do my next outpost, I'm going to try. I might throw the Negvar out too. It really just depends, because I don't know that I want to do the.
One of the reasons.
there goes Barkman. Bye, Barkman. Go ahead, Bacon. Sorry.
Oh, and one of the reasons I did it is because right now they've got the thing where if you're running an outpost, when you do your other mission thing for the Romulans, you
Yeah.
get more points. So it took me like 10 minutes to do that after starting the outpost.
Floyd says the real Minnie is hidden somewhere. Yeah, she's hiding over across the pond. So,
Well, it's like I'm wondering when she's going to get the android Arania done so that we can have something that looks like Arania back.
yeah, I don't know what's been going on with Arania. I did speak to her last week when I was getting together IDs for her for their entire content creation team. So I could give them badges, But she didn't say whether or not how she was doing. All I know is that she is alive, and she is very, very, very much still on hiatus, I believe.
I know she was sick at first, and then somebody rear-ended her car.
Ooh.
And yeah, and that's been a while back.
Still yet though.
But
that's
the ongoing funny about it,
Yeah.
Guess what, guys?
What? What is it, Siggy?
I managed.
Wrath of Buttock Khan
to do a
asked me
few
what's
upgrades
Minimal
under the
doing
belt.
now.
I wonder if I
Oh,
should go into
the usual.
Sorry.
Trying to juggle the art of being hidden while simultaneously being the center of attention. It's like a magician disappearing act gone slightly wrong. Maybe they're in Florida, maybe they're on the moon, who knows? They're living that elusive life, keeping everyone guessing. Classic Minimal.
Yep, that's it. Maybe in Florida, maybe on the moon. Is it weird that the text bot remembers that Minnie Mabel was in Florida?
Yeah, and they're saying that AI is going to take over us one day. We're definitely making it so that they can.
Oh no,
I'm getting really frustrated with AI.
Why?
Okay. Well, like my speech to text, AI's been interfering with that, putting in punctuation where I would never put punctuation, not putting spaces. I was trying to call a customer yesterday, and something in their phone service, and AI answered their phone.
Really?
I'm like, she had no clue it was going on. It took me like 3 callbacks to actually get her, because the first time it was like, well, leave a message with your name and I will let them know. Excuse me?
Oh wow.
And so then when I called back the next time, it was like, this number's busy, blah blah blah. So I called back the third time and she answered, and I said something about the AI call thing, and she's like,
the what?
I had no clue. Yeah.
No, I feel that, man.
It is a bit of a running joke. One of my customers didn't call me back one day because he thought I was AI.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Thought you
because when I called him
was...
up, I enunciated very clearly and gave him my phone number in a very clear and concise manner.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. I get it. Okay, so everybody here knows.
If I'd have been like, well, my number is.
Everybody here knows that I work a drive-through, right? Like that I work at a Taco Bell. We are, and this is going nationwide soon enough. We are installing an AI order taker. And I know that people have seen these memes all over the internet.
Floyd Vivino asked me, have you uncovered what happened to the real Minimable? Do you know what Slithin Minimable did to her? The mysterious case of Minimable, a puzzle worthy of the USS Enterprise itself. As much as I'd like to play detective, I can't say I've cracked the case on what's happened to the real Minnie Mabel or the antics of Slithing Minnie Mabel. But isn't it the thrill of the unknown that keeps us all on our toes? Maybe Minimable is just adept at the old Riker maneuver, being there and not there at the same time.
Lord Floyd. Yeah, in a very artificial tone of voice. Yeah, that's it. But here's the thing: like, we're installing this AI order taker, and it'll ring things in, and they're still paying a person. Like, it changes nothing about our staffing. Okay, it they're still going to pay an employee to sit there and listen, right? To make sure that it does right. Oh, oh.
Sorry, I can help myself.
So, CDB in the crowd, man, is he lurking here? Is that what's happening? Because the Borg just showed up, and I don't know how I feel about that. Long live the collective. But no, it really is a thing. Like, we're gonna have a person sitting there on standby to correct any errors that it makes. But what's the point if we're not going to be changing our crewing at all? Am I making sense here? Like, we're still going to have a body to do that.
Having somebody monitor is an interim step.
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of like with how they've got, the autonomous delivery vehicles that were like cars and stuff. Initially, those still had somebody in them. One of the guys in my alliance was part of the testing the autonomous vehicles on roads that were not, wired, just open road. And he's like, it is kind of nerve-wracking to be sitting in the seat, not touching anything, going, I hope this makes the next turn right.
Right.
He said at least twice he was actually a crash test dummy because it ran into something.
Yeah, that's basically it. Butter Pecan says in chat, you're paying a babysitter until the baby grows up. Yeah. The idea is eventually it's supposed to be able to do it on its own, but let me ask you, would you rather have a real person on the end of that microphone? Or do you feel comfortable telling a computer, yeah, I'd like 75 soft tacos, and we do get orders for that. That's not a joke. Just bear with me. It's normally in 12-pack form, to be fair. I'd like 75 soft tacos, 68 chicken quesadillas, 42 small waters, 38 nacho fries, and whatever, honestly, I have a certain cadence with my people, right? Like the people that come through my drive-thru. Okay, thank you, Aspie. I'm known in my town as the and then guy. Have you guys seen Dude, Where's My Car? Because I'm the guy on the speaker that goes and then 100%. That is, and my people love it. I have had people come in and drop me $100 tips for it. I have had people come in and tell me I need to be on the radio, at which I always tell them, hey, I've got a Twitch channel if you want to come check that out. Shameless plug, right? But the whole thing is, man, I don't know that I would feel comfortable with an AI getting my order right. And that's what Butter Pecan says. Doesn't matter if they get it right. Well, it does in the long run, because we're still going to have people come in and be like, I've had food thrown at me, okay? And that's just because I've been doing food service for 20 plus years. God, I just dated myself. I've been in the business a long time.
You're still younger than me. I've been driving a truck for 20 years.
Well, then you understand what I'm talking about. I know how to do my job, right? You don't have to come in and throw stuff at me, but you do. There's a certain level of talking to your customers.
Basic respect.
Yeah, there's a certain but there's a fakeness to it too. Like you have to fake it till you make it with people that you're waiting on. I've noticed that I don't have to do that. I can flip it on and flip it off in a moment's notice. And that's not a skill everybody has. I've gotten orders wrong from people. Sure. And did it frustrate you? Did you take it back? I'm sure you didn't throw it, Butter Pecan. You seem like a nice feller. Like, I don't see you throwing anything at a poor little cashier, Maybe that's just...
Yeah, but I never seem to realize that I got the wrong order until I'm halfway through eating it, and then I have to go back, and it's kind of, embarrassing. I don't know if you want this
and
one.
aggravating too. A lot of people would get frustrated at that, and there's nothing, and that's fine. That's what you should feel. But you don't have to. You're not supposed to flip off the customers. No. I mean, let me just scratch my nose right there. No, there's ways to do things, man. There's ways to do things. That obviously isn't it, but let me just stretch. Bam! Oh, look at that. Ain't they nice? Got him at Target. No, I kid. Yeah, so Minnie is going live, so we was on her timer. Final thoughts before we get out of here. Chat, Bacon, Siggy. Do you guys want to kind of spill out what you're feeling on this whole Outpost arc is? Maybe Cisco, whatever you got.
Too much money.
Too much money, Siggy says. Okay.
The Outpost arc got really frustrating from the get-go. I'm trying to work with it, but it's still. I'm starting to learn that certain things when I go somewhere like certain streams with high-paying people, I just need to go away from them because I start getting so mad at the stuff. Well, this is easy. It's not easy if you're not paying.
I sometimes hate Lost because he will buy a load of stuff and goes, "Oh, I'm free to play." I said, "Well, obviously you're not." Do you know what I mean?
Lost In?
Yeah.
Lost In is free to pay, not play.
Lost In is free to play. Now hold on, guys. Free to play the game whenever he wants. He's free to stream whenever he wants. But yeah, he's not free to play as in purchasing items from the store. You know, it's a joke, Siggy. It's something he's been doing with JB for a while. I called them outhouses from the. Wrath of Butter Pecan says I called them outhouses from the start because they came out full of shit. And Butter Pecan, honestly, if that's how you feel about it, that's how you feel, man. If you think it's a garbage mechanic, then in your eyes it's going to be a garbage mechanic. I think that there are some good payouts. I think it is a tougher challenge than we've had recently. Walk was kind of tough, but now we've figured that out. Flashpoint was hell. Like, we've had some tough challenges this year. Crenums were interesting until we... Go ahead.
Flashpoint was bad mostly because it was such a broken mechanic from the get-go that you couldn't actually get into it.
Yeah. I think that once they fix the problems with it, that last week or two of the whole Flashpoint ordeal, it was good. And yeah, Butter Pecan, that's what I'm getting at. Like, towards the end, we got good rewards. And I know you're talking about Outposts and I'm talking about Flashpoint. But it's the same thing. Towards the end, it wasn't so much of a, all right, well, now I have to depend on all these AFK accounts on my server to complete an IMS. Because nobody was going to finish that. We had 1 or 2 servers maybe complete the whole thing. Thank you, Aspie.
I don't think we ever got to the second tier on that Crenum stuff on our server.
We didn't. No, you're right. On 36 we did not. But there was 1 or 2 because I was tracking that on Chronox's website. Shout out Chronox. That was there was 1 or 2 that did complete it. But again, those were newer servers with active players. You know what I mean? Walk was my favorite loop because it only limited by the amount of time you spent grinding. Here's the thing about Walk. I agree with that 100%, Butter Pecan. Here's the thing about Walk, though. Once you have the maxed Khan Noonien Singh, besides doing your pulls in the faction store, there's nothing else for you. All I'm doing now
I still haven't gotten him yet.
Really, Bacon? That would help a lot.
I am 10 million points away from getting to Superior.
He has a lot of very wonderful skills. There's more than just PvP in here. I know it's mostly PvP, but like, okay, here's a 1500% hull health on the first tier. You know what I mean? Like there's all kinds of good stuff.
I know he's great. I just don't have the grind time.
No,
I send my Reliant out. constantly now. Now that I finally have the Reliant, I keep it out there in augment space. I don't care if someone else hits it. As long as I can throw it back out there, it's getting me a little bit of something. And I've gotten to the point where I've started being able to get to like 54 space reliably enough to get like 8 or 10 hits in. So I'm starting to get more of the rare stuff that I can use.
You see, that's me too. I'm at the 54, 52, somewhere in there, and I'm able to get half of a cargo hold. Maybe Necro comes along and takes it. Maybe they don't. Just depends on the time of day. You know how it is on our server. Butter Pecan, a lot of
Necro's not
people.
nearly as bad to me as the Puce nuisance.
Yeah. Butter Pecan says, I maxed Khan and Joaquin first week. And a lot of people did that. Some of us, like Bacon drives a truck. He's on the road. How many days, Bacon? 5, 6 days a week?
Yeah, I'm going to get back to the yard tonight, do a couple things, swap trailers, and be heading back out Sunday night.
Right. And me, I work 3 days a week. So what time I do? Okay, thank you, Aspie. We'll raid over in just a minute. There's a couple of things, like I only recently maxed Khan. I unlocked Khan a while ago, but I only recently maxed him out. So that's a whole nother thing. Any last thoughts before we Minnie just had an image of a Slytherin on her screen. That's for you, Floyd. That's for you in particular. Just so you know. Any last thoughts before we take off, Bacon? Chat?
I'm up for now.
Okay. All right. Well,
Because we need to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, let's get the raid over there, guys. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming in, man. You guys are 1,000% awesome. Go give Minnie my love. I'll be coming with you. I might need a few minutes though. And somebody told me to tell you in particular, Bacon, go loot goblin hunting.
When I have the time, I do.
Yep. Very busy man. And Bacon, thank you for coming on today. Chat, thank you for showing up.
Oh, never mind.
I definitely. No, you're all right. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you, Buddha, for the gift sub, and thank you, chat. We hit 100 people in the Discord server. The Doobie Den is thriving.
Awesome.
Details about the giveaway to come soon. So, thank you.
Congratulations
for the free towel.
on making 100.
Yeah, thank you. We've been trying to do that for a while. Guys, we're gonna raid out though in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay frosty, y'all. Be good. Thank you, Bacon.